Right, style closet. As I mentioned in every video, I do not go into detail. I remember yours, but I don't read through it in detail because when I read your answers, I want to see if it links. So I don't like doubt what it's all about. So it's applied without considering your business. Let's get to 7.1. Right, I like this. A lot of groups you won't believe do not start outright with whether it's high, low, medium. They just have a narrative and then I need to guess. So good for you. When you get to the test, you know, listen, we need to interpret, good, that is high, medium or low. Yours is high, I agree. You say why? A portion of it is completed digitally, but the real meeting is scheduled to ensure. What you can also say is there is no way you can provide your style closet concept or your service without being at the person's house. It's impossible. Service provider visits customer. Perfect. I like how you just identify what it is and then explain exactly how it works. But I remember you have to go and to check what their styling is so that you can really determine how and what to change it. So that's perfect there. Timing. We have exact operating hours, but what? Okay, so just take it a little bit further. So consultations can take place between 9 a.m. and 4, for argument's sake. What if someone has, a closet meltdown? Do you allow for after-hour consultations, support, and such? So you say no, but when you say no, just specify they can only contact you 9 until 4, and then that's it. Duration. Okay, predetermined duration. The first thing I'm looking for when I see this answer, I'm looking for a specific time. So you say predetermined duration. A typical meeting is 30 minutes max. That's what we have. So just give me the 30 minutes. Okay. Okay, all of this makes sense. Just give me 30 minutes, 1 hour. And if you have your first encounter, which is then your consultation for that 30 minutes, how long does it take, for example, for you to do the follow-up and such? For timing, another consideration there would be what's the time between first interaction until they have their finalized style closet? You need to explain to your customers that, okay, so this is your first meeting. We are scheduling this for the 1st of April, not to make you a fool, but then you can expect to have your transformation in 2 weeks so that they know, okay, this is the timeline. Payment prior to and following. Okay, great. No, this is perfect. Your payment's perfect. Mug and bean, that's nice. That's nice. Just a bit of a change from those that I've had so far. Variety, good. I agree. Great. I agree with consistency. Well, yes. This was the first thing before getting to disadvantages was the price for me. It's also ridiculous. It's not for me. It's not value for money, but that might be me. Really great interpretation there. Yeah, I agree. It's a limited target market. Whereas with remember, this is a franchise, and limited target market would not be a disadvantage for KFC. Because KFC is literally for every South African that has the money to buy KFC. For your interpretation for Mug and Bean, you would get all of your marks. Just check the first video that electronic channels, wink wink, have specific advantages and disadvantages. Try and link your answers to those specifically, but I can already see you are fully capable to interpret advantages and disadvantages without it being noted anywhere in the book. So just to let you know, definitely you'll get all of your marks for Mug and Bean. When you get to the test, check how you can revert back to the original theory, but if you interpret anything that makes sense, you would definitely get your marks. let me just check 8.2. Just want to scan something. Okay, so, oh, no. Never mind. The main thing I'm missing, right, for activity 8.2. Let me just go back. Was it 8.2? Sorry. Not 8.2. Let's do 8.1. Sorry, it's very late. So, strategic requirements. Always remember the easiest way to interpret this one is the who, what, when, where, how. Interpret that for your test case study. You can also mention a long-term vision. Yours is actually very, very unique and niche. So you can say you want to be the preferred stylist or clothing consultant, style consultant, if you will, in the Vaal Triangle area, eventually long-term in South Africa. That could be your long-term vision and your goals. Be the preferred stylist in the area, catering to XYZ. So either who, what, when, where, how, and then also vision, mission, or goals. So organizational, just recheck this one. The easiest one, and you will hear this in every video. Go search for organizational structure, or we call it an organogram. Just go back to BMAN. Take your mind there. If you get to the test and you just draw me this organizational structure, for example, styled closet owners, then since you are it's a group consultancy, you will have, let's say we have the main owner or manager. Someone needs to execute the appointments. You need a trained stylist that can match a specific style to the requirements of the customer, considering, I'm not going to go too far back. No, here we go. Body type, style, and preferences. That is very important. So you need someone with a keen eye and experience in the fashion industry, of course. You need administrative staff to manage the appointments. So if you draw that and apply the structure, then that would be easy marks. So the stylist that is in charge of the social media platforms, take time to respond to direct messages. Just check a few other videos and this one again. When you get from your organizational structure, management is then to develop leadership. Once you have your vision, you want to become this trendy and highly sought after style closet style consultancy. Then you have your structure to make sure that works between departments. Then you need the leadership. You need to make sure that the owner is of such leadership style that they encourage and create the enthusiasm and the conducive environment and make sure all of their subordinates reach the goal. Back to here. That would be leadership requirements. Just look at a few examples more, but focus more on the leadership qualities and motivation and conducive working environment and constant encouragement, rewarding and such. Knowledge and attitude requirements. Yeah, cool. If they need to know the body types, you get endomorph and mesomorph. There's another one which I can't recall now, but that makes sense. Also, you get the pear, the apple, the hourglass, and another one I can't recall. So they would need extensive knowledge on that to know what types of fabric, what types of clothing designs work for that. So in terms of flattering, I really like your answers here. And then of course the hairstylist, not the hairstylist, sorry. So say you have the social media manager. So you mentioned above that the stylist does that, but say you have a specialist in that field. They kind of need the skills to provide creative designs that's relevant to the business. So they need to understand that. And obviously the consultant, the stylist, needs to have knowledge of the entire business, how to explain to customers how the booking of the appointment works and so on. You get what I'm saying? Then 8.2, right, I think this is the one I saw that I want to tell you that please look at the first video if it's the only other one you look at. For this outcome, right, you need to be able to draw the triangle. So you need to visualize it as well. So we can ask you as a theory question, or we can ask you to have an integrated model. In other words, you need to be able to draw the triangle with the company, employees, the customers, but applied examples, external marketing, internal marketing, interactive marketing. Then you interpret. So just make sure. This is fine. Company, you already got your marks there. So just another mention is don't overthink your answers. Don't waste time to provide so much information. Well, this is perfect. This is really perfect, so I can still understand it. But saving time in the test just to get your marks, this, for example, would already suffice, because I know it's style closet and you are behind all of that. Yeah, this is actually, I think, the first or among the few that has this correct. Really encapsulating who your customer is. So this is perfect. You can just add for kicks, male or female, or if it's only female and you only do adults, do you do kids, and so on. Just check. So, okay, for external, well, this is not incorrect. This is how you will deliver the message. But what is the message? So you would say, Style Closet promises customers that within 2 weeks, they will have a transformed closet, from going to the bland to a wholly newly designed closet. That's something that you will promise. So just check on not how it's delivered, but actually what is being promised. With I want to skip interactive because after external, you need to first go to internal. Service. Not sure where services fit in, but in your triangle, you will have, so external is there, it's what you promised. So you promised a revolutionized closet within 1 week. Between the company and the employee, you have internal marketing. Internal marketing will be making sure your employees can actually deliver that promise. So you would make sure your stylists are trained and hired. So you have very experienced stylists with a keen eye for detail and so on, that knows body types and so on, that they can make sure they can actually, in 1 week, revolutionize someone's closet and their clothes. Then the interaction happens where the employee, who is trained from management, can deliver the promise by interacting with the customer when they make an appointment to have their closet be investigated. And then the customer says, okay, look, I'm looking for, now I use this example in class, I feel a little bit boring. I'm looking for a more devious and emo-like design. Need to darken up my style a little bit. Then your employee, which is a stylist, need to consider the layout, if I can call it that, summarize it, the layout of the person, kind of ask them personality-wise questions, so that within 1 week, they can deliver a revolutionized closet. And not do a pink, happy, excited unicorn design. They need to stick to the briefing from the customer. That would be interactive marketing. Still not sure there. I think I mentioned employees. That would be your... Yeah, I see they need to be knowledgeable and creative about fashion. So just, it's your stylist, your... all of those in your organizational structure. If I forgot something, just remind me via WhatsApp and then watch a few other videos. Point being, you need to be able to interpret all 6 elements practically and also draw that triangle. Last one. Okay, friendly and professional, clients that book physical consultations, training and showing how to be professional and friendly. So all of this is good, right? But I think your core business is providing advice on restyling their closets. So taking the closet as is, looking and considering the customer's personality and requirements, and being able to transform it. Those are the training they need. So say, we get fast fashion, but what if someone is really looking for more old-fashioned styled, then they actually need to stay updated through training to deliver what the customer wants. I hope that makes sense. To be a bit more practical, retaining the best employees without reading, I would say if you have this marvelous stylist that customers really rave about, they are so happy with the transformation from this specific stylist. They really have like 10 years experience and they really know what they're doing. How can you retain them? So you develop them, you continue providing them incentives because you really want to keep this valuable employee that has all the experience that can really transform someone's closet in like a click of a finger. So how can you do that? And that's it. So if you have any other questions, you know what to do.